SCI is once again proud to be the title sponsor of the Alabama Coastal Cleanup, covering Alabama's 53 miles of beaches and over
53 miles of beaches, y'all.
Well, Alabama and Auburn are still, what, 3-0 or 4-0 now?
Yeah, 3-0.
3-0.
Saturday, September 21st for the 2000.
And my school beat Troy by 5 points, but we still won.
Yeah. You know, when I found out I had a Saturday off, I looked at the game, considered the Troy and Southern Miss game.
I tell you, the best game was the Mississippi State, Kansas State. Even though Mississippi State lost it by one touchdown, I think it was lost by one touchdown.
The best game was Auburn-Kent State. That's far and away the best game.
Uh-huh.
I wish I'd seen the Florida State game because they ended up losing in the last bit.
Well, Florida got beat by Kentucky. Go figure.
I want to watch games like the Auburn-Oregon game where it's last minute, you win the last second.
That's what we
Well,
did.
you have to fight for every play.
I'm gonna tell you, Jalen Hurts was kicking last night.
Oh shit, I forgot about checking Oklahoma.
Man,
who they play?
He set records again.
Well, yeah, they haven't played the defense yet.
Yeah, UCLA.
Yeah, UCLA is probably slightly better than Tennessee. And Tennessee is probably the worst Division I team.
Iranian-backed Yemeni rebels forced Saudi Arabia to stop about half
And they
of its
brag
oil
about.
operations.
Now, I'm all for
President
Jalen
Robertson
doing a great
says
job.
the
This
U.S.
height
is
of
trying to
Oklahoma
figure out
being
how
great
the
needs
Houthi
to
rebels
stop.
were able to
Their
pull off
defense
the
is
attack.
terrible. They play in the league with no
It's
defense.
all its intelligence assets.
I mean,
in the
Houston
Gulf
is
at the
a
moment,
bad team. They were
and the Persian
84th
Gulf
in
would
the
have the ability
country
to
last
back
year.
check and see
And they were,
where these devices
the sports
flew
commentators
from.
were talking
The
like
US, we can
Oklahoma had
imagine,
just beat
should
Clemson.
have that level of knowledge, but at this stage.
84th
Today, the
team
rebels
in
said
the
they were
country.
able to, quote, exploit vulnerabilities in Saudi Arabia's air defense system. Negotiations continuing today between
I really
General
think
Motors
they ought
and
to,
the
well,
United
and
Auto Workers.
to some degree they do, but they ought to do all these throwaway games in the first 3 weeks, and then you got to play serious
Bahamas
teams.
missed the brunt of Tropical Storm Umberto, which is now moving away from the island
You know,
chain. It's expected to
if an
become a
SEC
hurricane
team
today
schedules
and
a
move
Kent
away
State
from the U.S.
or New
Meteorologist
Mexico
Eric Van
State,
Dam is watching.
I get
Does
it.
appear
There's
that the
no
Bahamas
excuse for teams
fortunately
like
were
Ohio
spared the
State
strongest of the winds
and
and
Oklahoma
heaviest
to be
of rain from
playing
Tropical
four
Storm Umberto.
homecoming opponents when they play in leagues that don't have
the Grand
6
Bahama
decent teams
Island
in
and
it.
Abaco Island. Remember, we talked about those islands.
And it shows
the
it's why
complete
Oklahoma gets
devastation
slaughtered
that
in
they
the playoffs.
experienced 2 weeks
And the
ago.
thing of it is, like the Big Ten, there's enough financial resources there, they could be competitive with the SEC if they chose to.
They don't have the athletes.
Well, no, but you start,
Which is what Urban Meyer did at Ohio State.
Yeah.
He started paying the same money that the SEC schools were. He got the same players the SEC was.
there's a,
I think that team that backed into the national championship because Alabama didn't take them seriously in the playoffs,
yeah.
that team had something like 35 or 40 players from the Southeast Conference schools.
Which just
States.
seems like false
Yeah.
advertising.
There weren't
because
a whole lot of
opioids
Ohio
are
players
killing
on
more
that team.
people now than car accidents.
Or a lot from
Well, it's
Florida,
just like the
a lot
West
from
Coast,
Texas.
you just
As
don't have a,
society have gotten here.
They all play.
This is
There's
why
other stuff to do on the
subscribe
West
today
Coast.
yeah,
wherever
but
you get
they
podcasts.
don't take football as seriously.
Make a
They
healthy
don't.
choice
But basketball
about the
they
air
enjoy.
you breathe.
They enjoy
Start with
other
the waves
stuff.
Half of them are
ventilation
homeless,
unit
living
to
on the
expel
street.
the polluted
They don't have
air from
TV.
your basement
Well,
and
that's
crawl
true,
space.
too. It's kinda
Then
hard.
All right,
upstairs,
says
a
Steve.
hospital-grade
When I
16
see those liberals ought to give them free, don't they give, why don't the state of California give 100,000 free tickets out to homeless people?
Well, here's the thing. A lot of them in San Francisco, there's people who are living on the streets in San Francisco that make over 100,000 a year. They have a house 2 hours away, where they come in and work the week, live in their tents, or some of them got campers trailers on the streets, and then they go back home on Friday afternoon. They can't afford to live in San Francisco.
Lawsuits that had previously been barred
But
because too much time had passed. Well, as of last
California
Friday,
was not far from San
639
Francisco.
cases had been filed
It's
statewide,
one of the 10 most livable
59
cities
against
in
the
America that
Rochester
costs a living
diocese.
right on par with
An
Missouri.
attorney representing survivors
It's like
says
45
the
minutes away
bankruptcy
from
makes it harder to get
That was
secret
John from
documents
Fish River.
that
He
show
says apparently you can hear the chairs
and how they
squeaking
responded
when
to
we're on the
child
air.
sex abuse. I'm Evan Haney.
How can he hear it? We're not on the air.
No, when we're on the air. When the show's on the air, he says, I've been hearing those chairs squeaking. It's driving me crazy. What's the oil on it?
An attorney for the family of Dr. Ulrich
We
Klopfer
haven't been on the
contacted
air
the
this
coroner's
morning.
office
Now, he's talking
about
about
the remains. The
when we-
local sheriff says
Yeah.
2,246
But I mean, no show has been on the air.
preserved remains.
And no, but I guess he's
He's
just
talking
saying
about some other
in
stuff.
advance.
Oh.
He's talking about,
Oh, okay.
no, he's talking about,
Oh,
the chairs in the
his
studio.
previous shows.
Right, previous
Oh,
shows.
okay.
Just for the
They
past
never
4
said
weeks.
anything to me last Sunday about it.
Well, you should have said, John, that's in your rearview mirror.
He said for the past 4 weeks, so,
He didn't say a word to me last Sunday when I was there.
We
Or last Saturday.
desperately need some new chairs.
We need, hey, John, why don't you send us some new chairs, buddy? We sure could use them.
they just
Or a
brought
case
in,
of WD-40 so we
Yeah,
can
we'll
get.
take some WD-40.
they did just bring down a bunch of new chairs from upstairs when somebody vacated their office
Where's this new cabinet coming from?
upstairs, wherever that office got vacated.
Because I noticed they got a sign on the floor, put the next new cabinet there.
In
We're
fact,
not having the road just dug up out
These are
here.
uncertain times.
How convenient is it to have a parking lot right
They
there?
had the road blocked off down here, all the way down here.
Yeah, but they were.
And I drive all the way around and get right there and it's blocked.
yeah, but see, Celeste warned me ahead of time, but even she didn't know what
Stand by, guys,
exactly they
we're
were
a minute
doing.
out.
What we're talking about there. I'm trying to get Chris Conolin, so he can call in this morning for that event tonight.
Oh, that reminds me, I need to ask you about one, Stu.
Monday, partly cloudy with isolated thunderstorms.
Because I let it fall between the cracks, and I apologize for that.
FM Talk 106.5.
FM Talk 106.5. The Gulf Coast weather authority.
Part of
By
it
the
is screwed
sport
up.
deal coming
Well,
up this weekend,
answer.
the presidential candidates crisscrossing Iowa with their whole
That's what it
families
looks
in
like
tow. Hear what they say
It
is the
was.
value
Well, that's
of
not
the
screwed up,
regular
they just changed the
trail.
format.
Also
Well,
hazards
it
of a
won't work
winning college
with those
football
98.
program. The loss of
Or
assistant coaches
XP,
will examine
whichever
how
one
happens
it
at
is, it's
Alabama.
outdated.
How the ID for
Windows
hand
3.1.
scanning better than facial recognition. We'll have that and more on this Sunday afternoons at 2 on FM Talk 106.5.
Hey, that's our.
Here we go.
Whether you're in search
Don't
of
be
a
nervous.
bottle of wine or you want a rundown of the best brunch spots in the area, Mike and Stu
Pause
have the
your
answer.
texting,
With a
Mike.
combined half-century in the industry, they bring their wealth of experience to bring you the latest trends, expert opinions, and interviews with people in the know. They are the dynamic duo of dining.
It's a wine and food show, Stu. It's a food and wine show, trust me. Look right here, it's sip and chew. It's wine and food. Because chew rhymes with stew.
We're on
It's the only
80.
reason
Either way.
over 5 crack.
Start.
Great killer.
Here we
Either
go.
way.
Now it's time to sip and chew.
All right,
with
mics are
Mike and
hot.
Stu on FM Talk 106.5.
Y'all should be watching Facebook right now.
What? Wait a minute.
Yeah,
try it
how
again
about that?
when I
We'll turn
turn
the
the mics
microphones
on.
on.
Yeah.
Y'all should have been watching on Facebook. Mike and I had the wave going up
What
there.
was that? I saw something
We
out
had
of
the
the corner
wave
of your
going.
eye. I thought Mike was gonna get up and leave, and then I
Well,
see
no, we're doing
you,
the wave.
you
We're doing
get
the
up,
wave.
and then
That's
he
football
sat
season,
down, and
man.
then you sat down.
We gotta do the wave.
We gotta do the wave.
Should have used that orange over there like a beach ball too.
There you go.
A two-person wave?
Yeah.
Well, are you going by weight or just how many heads are sitting over
Oh,
there?
I see,
It's
okay.
at least a 4-person, isn't it, Mike?
Hey, the funniest wave I've ever seen, it's been years ago, when the wave was a big deal, was at a golf, on TV at a golf match.
Yeah.
And it was a silent wave, and everybody in the audience was doing the wave. That was a long time ago, but it was pretty
That
funny.
would make golf interesting for a minute.
It would. It'd
then-
make it interesting if they allowed them to cheer. Like
Yeah, I could
football
get
fans.
into a Happy Gilmore style golf.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. But good morning, Steve, and good morning,
Hey,
Charlie.
good
How are y'all doing?
morning.
Howdy, howdy.
How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right this morning?
We survived that tropical depression that was supposed to hit us this
Oh my
weekend.
God!
Well, there's a
thank
thing
God.
out in the central Gulf that's headed toward Texas or Mexico.
If we could just get a little rain,
Just a little.
break some of this heat.
August was late getting here. It didn't get here till September. I mean, that's what we've been having for the last 3 weeks is September.
Mm-hmm.
July just didn't want to go, so it kept raining. So usually August is it's 95 degrees and no rain the entire month.
Yeah.
But we made it to September.
My
Hey,
guess
look, you
is
got a
we're
call
gonna-
there. Want to step off and get that?
In about 2 weeks, I think we're gonna see more seasonable weather, I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, mid-October is when spring starts around here, according to Bill Fitch, and he's the expert.
He is the expert.
He is the expert.
So, and he's been pretty right.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much right. all the time, so.
Yeah, the calendar doesn't mean jack. Follow the
Not down
almanac.
here. What you got on your arm there, buddy?
That
You joined a-
says
you joined a cult?
Owa.
You joined a cult?
That says Owa.
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 Hey, where exactly is Owa? Because I want to go down.
Exactly in Foley.
Well, I mean, if you go down 59.
You'll never see it.
It's
not on
at the
59.
corner. It's at the corner of Beach Express and 20.
Okay, that's what I meant.
Yeah, it's rural Foley. As if there's an urban Foley.
Did you go last night?
Yesterday, yeah.
And who did you see? Was it Legend, one of those Legend groups?
We went to ride amusement park rides.
Oh, okay, I thought you went to the show.
There was a show.
Did you eat anywhere over there?
Yeah, we ate at Buc-ee's on the way back.
Oh, okay.
We ate at Ed's on the way there. We did breakfast on the bay.
How did you like Buc-ee's?
That was cool. That's really cool.
Certainly a different business plan.
It is absolutely
cool. It's great and it blows you away and
it is exactly what it should be. It is a slice of Texas wherever it is. It's supposed to be. If they had one Alabama product, I wouldn't want to go here. You're supposed to be in Texas when you enter the
If I wanted Texas stuff, I'd go to Texas.
When we were in California, if we'd have went by a place called Lower Alabama, you'd have had to go in and you'd have spent money there. Wow. If they'd have had Conecuh sausage or Wickles pickles,
if people from
Oklahoma,
Oklahoma,
all over it.
If people from Oklahoma and Kansas and Texas, and while they want to come from Texas and buy more Texas stuff, they usually want to buy local things that are local honeys and local jams and
the
local.
sad thing is, most Americans don't want to eat
And
local
here's
when
the
they
thing.
go on a trip. They want to eat at Shoney's, they want to eat at Applebee's, and every town they go to, they want to try the
I will tell you, at all the other
places,
at all the other truck stops and all that where Perdido Vineyard Wines is sold at, it sells out. That's because it's tourists buying it, especially down at Oasis.
Yeah, but we played tourists yesterday in our own backyard. So the last thing I want to do is walk in and see a bunch of stuff that I see everywhere.
Well, did you see, did you walk around the village a little bit, or, where they got all the retail shops and all that?
We saw them.
All right, a friend of mine is opening a wine shop in there.
There you go.
Called C'est la Vin.
C'est la Vin.
C'est la Vin. That means wines.
Sell some wines.
C'est la vie, c'est la guerre, and c'est la vie. Then
C'est la Vin. C'est la Vin.
C'est la Vin, huh?
And it's going to be a great wine shop because his daughter, he loves wine, but his daughter knows far more than I've ever known about wine. And
that's impressive.
She's going to do great.
You know a lot about wine.
I know a lot about wine.
Infinitely.
I'm no sommelier, but I drink wine and I know things. And just like my Facebook page.
I still have a question about that.
Which, about his Facebook page?
No, I don't care about his Facebook page. Well, I didn't mean to say that.
Oh, Mike looks hurt.
No, go ahead.
No, and we talked about this once before, but your opinion about those needle things that you can shoot into a cork and then pour through the needle and then take it back
well,
out and
some of those things, I've seen some of them blow up bottles. Because some bottles are so cheap. Wineries can spend a good bit on bottles, but some of them are so thin and so cheap. I've seen them blow up bottles instead of push the cork out. Especially those synthetic corks.
Well, it doesn't pull the cork out; it makes a hole in the middle of the cork.
Yeah, but that creates, even though it creates
pressure.
Well, what he's talking about is you use the syringe part to pull the wine out.
And it's creating pressure that sucks it in, creates a vacuum.
You push the thing through, and it doesn't have a plunger in it. What it does is that you can tip the bottle over, and there's a little, at the other end of that inserted thing is a little spout that you can pour. Yeah, pour spout.
Huh.
We're going to have to get one so we can talk about it.
Well, I've seen all kind of things. That I saw something the other day at the new
I think you
Safari
should be able to
restaurant.
just push the cork back in the bottle.
Greg Butchmel is who's well known in the restaurant industry, especially over in the Orange Beach, Gulf Shores area. He's running the Safari restaurant there at Gulf Shores Zoo. You know, the little zoo that could at their new zoo. Awesome, beautiful place.
Nice.
But I saw something that looked like little spout pours, and that might be what you're talking about. But I don't think, it's got to really seal real well to keep the wine from turning and getting oxidized. Oxygen can be the wine's friend, but it can be its enemy too.
Well, that's the same whenever you see brown fruit, and people, oh, that's bad. No, it's not. It's just come in contact with apple, or with oxygen. Apple's a classic example. Avocado, mango. There's nothing at all wrong with them. It's just for the first time in that fruit's life, it is exposed to oxygen in a gaseous form.
Right.
And it changes the color. That's it.
But is it just me? Does that happen more quickly than it used to? It
No.
seems like it.
No,
I mean, I can cut
within
up an
minutes.
apple, and before I can eat it, it's already turning brown.
It's always been like that.
Okay.
The thing to do is to cut it, drop it into water with a little bit of lemon juice in it, and it won't brown.
Okay.
Or
Well,
just
you know,
plain water,
well,
but the
people
lemon
use-
juice, the acidity helps.
People use brown bananas to make all kind of bread.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Bananas are not fully ripe until the skin is completely black. If there is any yellow showing, you're eating an underripe banana. There's no nutrition value. It's not fully reached until the skin is completely black. The flavor is not developed till it's completely black.
Yeah, but the
But
fruit
it's
is
the
all
texture.
mushy.
Yeah, it's the texture of pudding, but that's when it's at its best. And
Okay.
that's when you peel it gently, wrap it in cellophane, stick it in the freezer, and you got banana ice cream.
Banana ice cream.
Yeah,
I've had a lot
another
of
good
that, especially
thought.
when I was on my diet, and it was really good.
That week, back in 1970.
No, it was not that long ago.
Hey,
But it was part of our diet.
I want to put down a challenge. I think the Winn-Dixie bananas last longer than the Walmart bananas.
Well, it depends on what kind of plastic they're made out of.
I don't know
Edible
why,
plastic.
but
Heather is a great lover of bananas, and she is first to tell you Walmart has the worst bananas
they,
you
they
can buy.
they go
They're-
bad quick.
And they have no flavor. She looks for Dole and what's the other one?
I don't know about that, but I tell you what, I was in a Walmart
Chiquita.
on Schillinger's
Yeah,
yesterday, and they had like a big old section of Hall sausage.
There we go.
Bunch of Hall sausage piled up there in that coffee case.
It's football season.
Huh?
Got to get that on Dewey.
I just tell you.
We have to take a break, guys.
All right. Well, give us a call 343-0106, or you can give us a text, and we'll see what happens on the Callahan's Irish Social Club text line.
Yes,
And
sir.
here's a song to stick in your brain.
Like 3.5 minutes.
Who was the one that said the juice song that stuck in his brain? I can't remember who that was.
Was it John or was it David Humphrey?
Yeah, that was David.
Yeah, I think it was David.
Here's what I was going to ask you, and I apologize. It's just sometimes I get so damn far behind the PSAs.
Yeah, as far as I know, this is ongoing forever.
Well, if it is, then I want to publicize it.
Yeah.
And I'm at a point where I'm writing stuff right now.
Okay.
If you get a chance the next day or so to talk to them, just, you know, if you find out that it's coming to an end, let me know.
All right.
Wait about a minute or two and then call us and we'll put you right on there. and we'll see what
from
you got
Sherry's
there.
Irish
And
Pub
get
and
on there.
Restaurant in downtown Phil,
All right.
where you can enjoy great food at a great
No,
price.
talk about what you
Meet your
talk
mates
about what
for
you
a
got
pint
going on
and a
today.
chat, or dance
Yep.
the night away with a DJ on Friday and Saturday.
All right, and then talk about your restaurant in general. All right.
Unforgettable Irish potato salad, homemade bread pudding.
Also, I got
Same thing I did instead of your cell phone number instead of calling.
No, I can't
We
hear
open at 3 p.m. and close at 2
I got an
a.m.
event coming up in
Non-smoking
October.
inside, but we have a lovely
The
patio
Greater
with
Gulf
extra
State Fair is going to
TVs,
host
so
a
you can
community
enjoy all the
pancake
sporting events.
breakfast to
Every
benefit
Sunday at
Long
I'm
Beach
glad they've
Development.
gone back to using the names of the Greater Gulf State Fair.
Well, what are they calling it?
They're still
They
calling
changed
it the grounds out there.
Well, they can call it the grounds, but it's called the Greater Gulf State Fair.
Yeah.
Well, what were they calling it? I've never heard
The
of it.
grounds, the fair at the grounds.
Oh.
And now they're gonna have music again. We had a good band playing this year.
Alabama. That's where I saw Alabama first.
Yeah. Now they
79.
We used to get acts in that were about to break it. About to,
This was when Alabama's first album came out.
well, they would, what happened, we'd have them out there, and then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later or a week later was the Country Music Award, and they'd walked away with all the awards, and then their price like went, boom. But Alabama stuck to the price. They, you know, we've contracted a band, and they showed up anyway.
Yeah, that's a good concept. I I had forgotten.
When was the last time
But,
you set an alarm
it was,
clock for
I was
Saturday
13
morning?
or 14.
Saturday.
There's a big old fella sitting in front of me with a hat on, and I was struggling to see, you know, not say anything. My brother's sitting behind me goes, "Hey man, if I wouldn't lose my own cowboy hat, I'd knock that one clean off your head."
Every day can be Saturday retirement professional.
Who said that?
My brother trying to get me into a fight with a grown man.
Imagine waking up every morning without an alarm. Is it Saturday? It sure feels
Oh,
like
we
Saturday.
missed
If
Turtle
that's the
Fest
kind of retirement you
yesterday.
want,
Oh, no.
call your Everyday Can Be Saturday
That's the
advisor
Turtles.
right now at 251-220-2296.
He's on the
Andrew and
phone.
the team
See
can
that
help you
line?
put together a
Isn't that
retirement
right there?
income
I think
plan
he's on
so
the
you
phone.
can have that Saturday feeling every day of the week. Call or text PLAN,
Supposed to be
PLAN,
Chris.
to 251-220-2296
Well, maybe it's someone else.
right now.
You know, we
Investment
tell
advisory
people the
services
number
offered only by
when we go to
duly registered
commercial.
individuals through AE Wealth
Yeah.
Management LLC.
Somebody might
She's the
actually
leading
really
educator
know
and
this guy.
retailer of hemp CBD products in South Alabama.
Lead off with
She's on a
him.
mission to change the way we look
You
at
can lead off with
cannabis.
him.
Jennifer
Yeah.
Boozer presents
Next segment.
Sweet Home Cannabama, a show that'll answer all
We're gonna
your
bring Chris
questions,
up,
provide accurate
when we come back on air,
information,
Charlie.
and dispel the
All
myths
right.
of CBD. With
Because he's
guests
only got a
from
few
every
minutes.
corner of the hemp
He's gotta
industry
go
to
in and start
advocates
cooking
for
for today.
legalization. Jennifer leads the discussion of all things cannabis in Alabama.
Just hold on there,
Hold on,
Chris.
Chris. We'll be right with
Monday
you.
at 7 p.m. for Sweet Home Cannabama on FM
Sweet
Talk
Home
1065.
You can start listening to that show.
To get on the line, call 343-0106.
I
Now
want
back
to
to
take
Mike
something for
and
my high
Stu.
blood pressure.
This is Billy Stitt with Billy Small Batch Bacon. I'm here for Old 27 Grill, Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu.
Boo, 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 boo.
You got a caller, Mike.
Hey, we got a caller. Folks, we got something really good going on over at Dafty today, and we're going to bring up Chris Conolin, who owns Guido's and My Cousin Vinny's, to tell us about it. Chris, what's going on, man?
What's up, Chris?
Well, first of all, I'm just getting out of the shower. Going in, I'm a little bit late, but
Glad
wait a
this
minute,
isn't
wait a
Skype.
minute, wait a
Glad
minute.
this isn't Skype.
You got dressed before you got on the phone, right?
look, I got a towel on. I'm looking at myself here. But listen,
TMI.
blowing it up for the Panda Pantry. Dan Service over there does an amazing job. She's got I don't know how many people that come over there and volunteer on Tuesdays, and they distribute tons of food to disadvantaged individuals in Baldwin County. Up until recently, I wasn't aware of how many people were disadvantaged in Baldwin County. I'll be honest with you, we throw away a ton of food on a daily and nightly basis at our restaurant. And if I could do something with that food, I would, but I can't. We're not allowed to.
Right. Just let me interject real quick, Chris. When my days at Mars Hill Cafe, which was a restaurant devoted to feeding the needy, all profit went to it. The federal government makes it absolutely as impossible as they can for restaurants to donate their food to charity.
Bureaucrats.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
She has gotten together with us, and we have gotten together with her, and this is the first time we've done this. Hopefully it'll go over well. Unfortunately, I don't know how many people are going to show up, but I'm going to cook for, I think, probably, if not, I would say 500 people. Not only is the band going to be great, we've got a three-piece band, and I've got two of my employees. Blake Nolte is a phenomenal saxophone player. He's going to join in with the Bodie Trio. And then I've got another guy that's a chef. Alex is phenomenal. He's got a master's degree in music, and he plays guitar. He's going to sit in. We got a 5-piece band. This is going to be something awesome. All you got to do, bring in some canned goods. That's your entrance into the door. Then if you want to make a monetary donation to go to the Prodigy Pantry, you can do that. We've got 16 cases at this point of wine that have been donated to this function.
Mike just said dibs.
Yeah. I was just thinking that you got his attention now.
By the way, I wanted to
Thank
I
you.
hate going to work on Sunday. I mean, poaching eggs is like my
I've been there.
I'm doing it for, you know, a sweet something. Yeah, and normally I'm not.
Chris, I hate doing that poached egg brunch thing so much that I always gear my brunch menus to have sunny side eggs instead of poached. I always riff on it. I just hate it. I'd rather do a sunny side. It's easier. I don't have to deal with acidulated water. And
How do you feel about pork belly?
I love it.
pork belly.
Let me tell you what I did last night.
All right.
My dad's 83, all right, and you know we're struggling right now because mom passed away. But my dad brought me some watermelon, and I did an Asian slaw, right, with grilled watermelon, pan-seared pork belly, feta cheese, and balsamic vinaigrette on the top.
Wow.
Like a glaze.
And that's a salad, Mike. A salad. Pork belly.
I've had watermelon with white lump crab.
Bring me some more watermelon.
Well, Chris, real quick, just for our listeners, if they want to come to your hoodle doings today, where, when, what do they need to know?
We're at Guido's restaurant, 1709 Main Street, and the deal is from 5 until 9. Band's gonna play 3 sets. We're doing spaghetti with meat and spaghetti without meat. All right, that's on the house, as well as the salad, the bread pudding, tea, and soft drinks. All we ask is that people bring in canned goods and donate the canned goods to the Prodigy Pantry. If they want to leave a monetary donation, of course, that will be accepted as well. 100% of the funds will be donated and given to the Prodigy Pantry.
Oh, that's fantastic.
We're serving wine that has been donated to us at $5 a glass, which is $1.95 cheaper than what we normally sell our house wine. And this is good wine. This is wine that's been donated. Mike will know about the wine. Boy, they say Willamette. Like
Willamette. It's like Willamette, damn it.
Willamette, damn it. See, I know.
I used to have a T-shirt that said that.
So, 5 until 9, everybody come out and support. This is all going to the Prodigy Pantry. Deanne does a great job of it. It's amazing. It's amazing what they do.
Awesome.
I cannot believe. I've been up there 1 or 2 times, and I never knew that these people locally were having such trouble. But we're going to do something. We're going to try to help.
Awesome.
Absolutely. You know, and Chris, you and I being in the same business for so long, there, you know, people talk about, and they're right, that a police officer, a fireman, those are noble professions, doctors, nurses. But people never mention us when they talk about noble professions. But can you think of anything more noble to do than to feed someone who's hungry? And we all have that spirit. You have it, I have it. I was at Panini Pete's at Ed's Seafood Shed yesterday, and he's telling me about something he's got coming up in a couple of weeks, you know, to feed the people. And I just want to thank you and everyone else in this industry that at our hearts, we all started this business because we like to feed people. And
You know, I'd like to say that my mom was a Jewish mother. You know, because we all like to feed people. I mean, you and me both, we've got the same problem. You know, we want to help people and we want to make them eat. And this is just something, after my mother passed away, my dad talked to me and he just said, we really need to do more. And you know what? That's what we're doing.
there you go.
Hey, Chris,
Yes, sir.
I was going to say, I've got 2 things to say to you before you get away. One, you got a good voice for radio. You need to come on more often. And
I'll call you next time Mike's out.
And secondly, please, when we hang up, go put your clothes on. But other than that, it's a beautiful day.
But I don't want to say it on air. Hey, listen, you guys rock.
Appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. We try, man. We just try. We're just two old guys, you know. We just.
One old guy, one middle-aged guy.
Let's do that.
Next time I get a Wednesday night.
I go every Wednesday night, so.
Oh, we're there.
Hey, we're there. He lives right around the corner.
You just said the magic words.
You gotta wear your towel when you come over. I'll wear mine. I'll wear mine.
Oh, come on, Mike.
Yeah. I won't wear mine. Nobody wants to see the scar.
All right, Chris. So this is today, right? Today at 5 o'clock. All righty, man. All right, Chris. Have a great day, man. Thank you.
Thanks for giving back.
Super. All right, yeah, folks. That's today at 5 o'clock. He said.
Guido's there.
Guido's there.
That section of Main Street, is that technically Old Town Daphne?
Yes, Old Town.
That's Old Town
Daphne. Yeah.
Right next to Macy's.
343-0106 or the Callahan's Irish Social Club text line, and a little home free for you.
There you go.
Facebook's back to balance on this.
Buy drinks to buy some time.
Shut us down in a second. Their record company's not on board with us being a radio station.
The record company what?
Is not on board with us being a radio station. The big companies have, but this is a smaller one.
Well, the thing of it is, they ought to be happy to give this group any free publicity they can get.
Oh, this group's got the #1 album in country music. They're not interested in new. But that's Adam Chance singing, the guy from Bayonets.
Welcome at the Church of the Die-Hard Saints.
This information update brought to
Cool.
you by your
That song so fits the show.
Yeah.
Hey, that was a good interview.
Products in the industry. Visit your CBD store in Westmoreland at Hillcrest and Greenlock for a full line of products for you.
I see you. You waved back.
CBD store in Westmoreland at Hillcrest and Greenlock. FM Talk 106.5, the Gulf Coast Weather Authority, and Dr. Bill Williams.
Mike, have you tried to see if there's a text in there anywhere? However you're supposed to do it.
Who's vaping it update?
Partly cloudy with isolated thunderstorms and highs in the lower 90s.
These are the most
These are
current.
Dr. Bill Williams for FM Talk 106.5.
FM Talk
We'll go back to the bottom. They
106.5,
don't care
the
about
Gulf
anything.
Coast Weather Authority.
Go all the way to the bottom.
Sound familiar? Lines down, no internet, tired of that spinning computer circle? Let's face it, service outages happen. Hurricane
Always
season,
drunk now,
Gulf
don't worry
Coast
about it.
storms,
It's before we even went on the air,
or
so
maybe
it
a
doesn't matter.
backhoe digs up the transmission line. We know bad things can happen, even with the best
So,
plans intended. Have you asked
called
yourself,
me yesterday.
how important is the
Who?
internet to your
Pete.
business should it go down?
Well,
Did you know
Pete.
most of
He's
today's
got a
phone
place
systems
over in
require
Fairhope.
internet?
Heard
Do you
of
have a plan in place to keep
I
your
know.
phones up and your employees
USS
productive?
Cincinnati
Hi,
is
Chuck
going
Nylander
to
here with
hell.
Harbor Communications, and I'm excited to offer our internet failover service, utilizing the latest in cellular technology. Harbor's internet failover service comes complete with
Behind the
failover
scenes
programming
tour, the
when combined with
LSD,
our fast
what
5G
is that?
internet services. The best part is, our basic service starts as low as $44.95 per month. Data and term
And Saturday
restrictions
I'm doing
apply.
a
That's a
cooking
small
demo
price to
at,
pay for business
Eastern
continuity.
Shore
To
Arts
learn more,
Festival.
call us today.
What?
Visit us online at
Hey, Charlie.
harborcom.com. Harbor Communications, always
Hey, Charlie.
about the customer.
Hey, talk with my buddy Sid from Sexton
Bill
Lawn
said-
and Landscape and
I'm
Football
sorry?
Season's here,
Bill
man.
said check
Fine,
in
thank
real
goodness.
quick.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Hey, Bill, I'm sorry. Got too many things
Hey.
going on at one time. All right, were you
Let's,
hearing, were you
let's see
hearing
what-
us okay?
Yeah, let's see if there's a delay.
We gotta talk about
All right, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
snap, and you
Yeah.
snap back at me. Snap.
if I don't
Now-
get- I'm gonna go to.
It
So
sounded
this,
pretty quick.
there's a little bit, it's a little bit of
Travis
delay,
Furniture.
but
Like it.
I guess
These
that's
guys
as
aren't
good as
gonna
we
hurry
get.
up.
Did you have a chance to see if your
I thought
zip
mobile
was
appliances
working?
would be perfect.
Stop.
Your zip whip is working, the new,
Yeah.
it's a pain. I don't know why they changed it. It makes it a lot harder to use.
Well, and the newest, in the studio, the newest comment is at the bottom of the list instead of the top.
You can change that easily.
Well,
Where it says all conversations,
uh-huh.
in the little, if you'll go
Newest on
down,
top.
you can
Second.
do,
And just on top.
look at the unread, it'll have the unread oldest on top.
We don't have a
That's not what you want. You want the unread newest on top.
Okay, we gotta go back and we'll see you in half an hour.
We got ours fixed, though.
All
No
right.
thanks.
All right.
Call 343-0106. Now back to Mike and Stu.
Hey,
Hey, that's us. Your mic, I'm Steve.
From the land of the
and I went to
squeaky
Walmart
chairs.
yesterday, because I get some things from there. But I happen to notice.
We get a lot of things.
Well,
from
in
there.
Sims, my options are Walmart
Mhm.
or Winn-Dixie.
Yeah.
Or I can go up to Georgetown. By the way, there's a Georgetown in Mobile County, if you didn't know about it.
I knew about it.
And go to Greer's.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't ever drive up that way. It's not on my
Conducive.
path. Yeah. Go up there every now and then, and it's pretty quaint. It's a nice
Yeah.
little place,
But
sure would like but I work at Fairhope Market, so it's not like there's a downside to this.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
if I need a good Wagyu tomahawk ribeye,
there you go.
I just pop over to the meat section and get one. You know what?
Wagyu
Where-
tomahawk.
Tomahawk ribeye, about like that. Wagyu beef, about $37.99.
Well, can you get Hall sausage products there?
Working on it.
Working on it.
Bring it on it. We do have Kelly's
Mhm.
from Baldwin County right there,
Yeah.
and we use their bacon,
Mm-hmm.
which is very good bacon.
Because I noticed at Walmart, they had like a 5-6 foot section of nothing
Yeah.
but Hall's products there.
Yeah, we are steadily localizing as much as we can in there.
Good for y'all.
It's
Good
been
for
a
y'all.
good trek. We finally got this hot bar broken down into what our people want, what our
Mhm.
customers want every day. And folks, if you don't know, there's no better value in Baldwin County for lunch than the hot bar at Fairhope Market. And Mike can attest to this. You get a big old to-go box, $5.99, whatever you can squeeze in it.
There you go.
And I mean,
$5.99 a pound or $5.99 period?
for the box.
For the box.
So
For
can
the
you
box.
squish your veggies to get more in?
You could, but most people don't because they'd like to be able to eat their stuff.
Mhm.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, and it's got a compartment for two sides and then a big compartment. But if you want us to put beans and okra in that same little compartment,
Mhm.
and then put macaroni and cheese in that other one, we'll do that too. We're just getting it in the box.
Stu, have you ever had a food named after you?
No.
No. Well,
What garlic bologna? No, not me.
okay.
Close.
Salami. An old sour.
You had one named after you?
Yeah, down at Bob's Diner.
Bob's Diner is a fantastic place. Why would they name it something after you?
They have Bailey's breakfast there.
Bailey's
and
breakfast.
it's a big old ribeye
And a shot of whiskey.
and some eggs. What?
And the
I went in there yesterday and they texted.
Did you order it?
They textified me and they said, hey, we went ahead, we got so many people screaming and hollering for pancakes.
Mhm.
So I
Panda
went there.
cakes.
I went there and got me some pancakes and some bacon, and I was just gonna, and my orange juice I always get.
Had he
And
not been doing
alcohol free
No.
orange juice.
So you had a virgin screwdriver.
A virgin screwdriver or a virgin mimosas, but they were delicious. And then Ducky there, the chef, he made his own Bailey's sauce to put. It's called Ducky sauce to put on the pancakes, and it was really good. It's some type of cream and Bailey's Irish cream.
Oh,
in
okay,
it
because I had
together.
seen that and I went, well, they just put in that duck sauce, that sweet and sour sauce that you get at a cheap Chinese place. Because I thought, well, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's basically a jelly.
But it was good, and I kept asking for more little syrups, and they had little containers.
They brought you a vat.
They brought me the whole bottle, and it was a gallon-sized bottle of syrup, so I used about a third of it, and a block of butter. I love butter, and
Really?
it's real butter, real. I know you can't. It's hard to tell that. So, but no, our buddies down there at Bob's Big Time Diner, Bob's Downtown Diner. I don't know where that comes from. I slept good all night too.
Alcohol amnesia?
But Bob's Downtown Diner got it going on, and there was more people sitting outside than inside yesterday because it was kind of pleasant.
Yeah, there was a breeze blowing yesterday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay. In the shade, it was nice.
Yeah, in the shade, it was okay. We went to Owa yesterday to ride the rides. In case you didn't know it, there's an amusement park right there, which is the reason to go to
I
Owa.
see it from the road. Wishing I had
Everything
time to
else
stop, ride
is
the
just,
roller coaster.
well, you've seen the roller coaster where you go straight up
Yeah.
and
then
come
drops
straight down.
Yeah.
That roller coaster is no joke, y'all. I have ridden a number of the big-time coasters across the country, my favorite being one called Chang in Louisville, Kentucky, where you stand up.
I'd love to do that.
This was no joke of a roller coaster. It is the most intense roller coaster I think I've ridden so far.
Is this the one that just drops you?
Well, once you drop, then you do the regular roller coaster stuff. Big loops, flips sideways, a couple of zero gravity humps.
Oh, wow.
Man, it was intense. But the heat got me by the fourth or fifth ride. The combination of the heat, and you know, I had the lotion on my head, so I wasn't sweating properly. And the fourth ride was just all about inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, don't spew on the little girl.
Why don't you just wear a hat?
It's going to come off on a ride.
Well, yeah, on a roller coaster.
Yeah. I mean,
Have you got one in with the ear covers and it fastens underneath the chin?
anything, they make you empty all your pockets before you get on these rides. They tell you if there's any.
Where do you put it at?
They have little lockers right there, right when you get on, get in, put in, get right back off.
I've seen it. I've seen people lose
Here's
wallets.
what's going to happen if you have the wallet in your pocket. It's going to come out, and they're not going to let you get it till the park closes at the end of the day. They don't stop the rides to get that stuff. Your phone just stays down there. Your wallet just stays there. Put it in the box. If your wallet's that important to you, don't take it in. Leave it in your car. You can go back out, get your money, come back in, buy some Wahlburgers or whatever stuff you want. We hit that arcade, dude. That was a lot of fun.
I was wondering about that.
We killed that arcade. That was awesome. That was a lot of fun.
I've eaten at Wahlburgers. It's actually pretty doggone good.
They have a Space Invaders game there.
At the arcade?
At the arcade. Not the ones we played, like that. You sit down and you've got the laser machine in your hand, and it's a 9-foot screen, and you've got aliens coming from all directions. It was really cool. It was sitting inside the Space Invaders.
See, stuff like that, all that gamer stuff come after my time.
Yeah, well, I was the generation.
We went out in the woods and used real guns.
Yeah. Well, they
but you
frown
can
on
still
that at an
discover the
amusement
new
park.
stuff.
Yeah. They frown on real guns at an amusement park.
I heard.
Yeah. And but we had a blast, but the heat got to me towards the end of the day. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. And honestly, I never ever felt nausea before the accident. In my entire life, I maybe felt nauseous 2 or 3 times. I had the nickname Iron Stomach since I was a little kid. I could eat tobacco, drink gas, nothing ever bothered me. Both of those happened, by the way. But, after the accident and all the stuff going on with the gastrointestinal system, nausea has just become a part of my life. And this was pretty intense, and I was just like, I want to keep everything down. Because we stopped at Ed's Seafood Shed and did breakfast on the bay on the way out.
Which is a new addition, by the way.
Right, they did it, to raise some money for some folks.
Some veterans rowing across the Atlantic.
And it went over really well, so now they do it every Saturday and Sunday.
Well, like Pete said, nobody was doing breakfast on the causeway.
And there was a good crowd there, and them $2 mimosas, and they were not virgin. And Heather had the standard pancakes. I had the cornmeal flapjacks, which I just love. The cornmeal added into it makes them much crunchier than
I agree.
standard
I agree.
pancakes.
I do agree with that. Yes.
Everything we had was just.
I do agree with that. Yeah, I'd love a little bit of that in there.
Yeah, it was a terrific breakfast. We'll probably go back, but I'm thinking the next time I get a Saturday off, we're gonna go see Wade Price at Serial Killer.
No, you should, I mean, I haven't eaten there a while either, but.
Yeah. Well, we weren't sure if we were going to make it to Ed's before breakfast ended. We kind of took our time rolling out yesterday. And my thought was, if it's close to 11, we'll just go on down.
How'd you get a Saturday off? You're in a restaurant business. So.
No, I'm in the grocery store
business.
business.
That's right, you are. How'd you get a Saturday off?
And weekends are not as intense as they are at restaurants. Friday nights are really kind of pleasant. It's like, wow, this is Friday night. There's 5 people in here. Okay, cool. We're leaving early on a Friday. What is this? What is this life I have found myself in?
Hey, fellas, can I go ahead and get this Gulf State Fair item in?
Absolutely.
And we'll be
Right.
telling people more about this later on, but just wanted to give everybody a heads up. The Greater Gulf State Fair staff and board, and you said you're happy to hear, Stu, that they're calling themselves the Greater Gulf State Fair again. Anyhow, it's announced the first annual GCSF Community Pancake Breakfast. Somebody needs to turn something down.
Yeah, that was Mike.
I did.
You know it's Mike.
And
It's always
this
Mike.
pancake breakfast is gonna happen on Saturday, October 19th, to take place from 7 to 11 that morning. For $2, guests will be served pancakes and syrup, sausage, and they don't say what brand, and their choice of beverage, but all proceeds will be donated to the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Mobile, and if you follow that, that's a most worthwhile cause. And they also added at the bottom of the letter that the fair returns to the grounds October 25th through November 3rd, and we'll be talking about that, of course, when that gets a little closer.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to give everybody a heads up next month. Plan to do the pancake breakfast out there.
And I'll say this about McDonald's: as much vitriol as they catch for their food, and deservedly so.
And screwing up orders.
Yeah. Well, it's a screwed up order no matter what you get because it's McDonald's. But Ronald McDonald House is one of the few national charities that I really get behind.
Yeah.
Most national charities are very corrupt, but that one does so much good for people.
I've done things in the past in the wine industry with them and helped do some fundraisers, and a very worthy cause.
There was one of the Ronald McDonald houses was by Vanderbilt Medical Center in Nashville, so I got to see firsthand a lot of.
Can you imagine having your child sick with cancer and you can't be by their side?
I can't imagine having a child, so
Yeah.
I can only imagine how much worse it would get then. But we got a break.
Got to go to break. All right.
343-0106. If you want to text us on that, say it, Mike.
Callahan Social Irish Pub.
Yeah, and that's why we pay him the big bucks, y'all.
Say it fast 3 times.
But don't forget, folks, we also got our other supporters, which is the Bob's Downtown Diner
Hall's
and
Sausage.
Hall's.
That on do it. I need some, Deborah. Happy birthday, by the way, Deborah.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Deborah. Yes, I sent our birthday wish last night. So.
Yeah.
Let's break.
So we're doing our wine dinner Thursday night. I think it's Thursday, maybe Friday night.
In the Old West,
It was originally 18th.
things were served
Hang on,
the
so can't
old-fashioned
hear
way.
you. What? Doing our next wine dinner.
And
Tyler's bringing back one of his granddaddy's signature dishes from Matt's Wheelhouse.
our soon
Kind
to
of
be
stuff
famous
out.
sandwich burger,
Coffee West Indian salad.
cheese, lettuce,
You know,
tomato,
it sounds
onion,
good. I'm
pickles,
doing
or just
the
the
hors
way you
d'oeuvres.
like
I'm doing the
it.
gumbo
It's
balls,
time for the
crawfish
showdown.
beignets.
Butch
Yeah, I'm
Cassidy's
gonna do
Old
a
Shell in North Florida Street.
Gulf
A fine
shrimp,
Cabernet
beef
is a
squash,
drink,
salad.
but not all drinks are a fine wine. A
Deconstructed
luxury
gumbo.
sedan is a
Gonna do
car,
flour
but not all
chicken and
cars
cabbage.
are luxury
Pastry
sedans.
chef's gonna do
There are
a
books of
cheesecake.
literature, but not all books are literature. Legacy Oaks at Spring Hill is an apartment home community, but most apartment homes are not Legacy
We got 40
Oaks.
people.
See the difference for yourself at Legacy Oaks, located in the heart of Spring Hill. Secluded yet convenient to so much. A community that will change how you view apartment homes in Mobile. Great design.
And when you guys get back on, I'm gonna slip out
Garage,
behind you.
eat-in kitchen, plus roomy bathrooms featuring
We're
jacuzzi
gonna be
tubs, all inside
unsupervised,
the
buddy.
large campus
That's
in
all right.
What does this
Mobile,
button do?
complete with amenities like
What are those 7 words we're not supposed to say?
area and lots of
I think
green
Chris hit
space,
one, didn't
close
he?
to shopping, dining, and just minutes
Buck
from
the
I-65. 1, 2, 3 bedrooms are available now. Take an online tour at LegacyOaksApartmentHomes.com.
That's an
or see
old
them in
Amish
person at the corner of
saying.
DeRue and College just off Dauphin Street in Mobile. For nearly 17 years, Lanyap has been dedicated to bringing Mobile and Baldwin counties the most extensive news, commentary, investigative reporting, cuisine, sports, and arts and entertainment coverage. When another publication decided to transform into a statewide website, we became even more committed to being your hometown newspaper, recently adding a Baldwin County edition as well, and keeping check on elected officials.
I'm assuming Bill's not in
County
studio
governments,
today?
Police and
No,
fire
he's not.
departments, and our criminal justice system, plus features on the people who make our area special and unique. All of the things a newspaper should do. Locally owned, our our management and staff live here, not 257 miles away.
She would
We
like to
report
do
the
the
stories that
dinner
are important to you because they're important to us. And to
That'd be
the
good
over
idea.
80,000 readers who pick up our paper every week or read online at lanyapmobile.com, thank you. And also our advertisers who make all of this possible. We hope we have become one of the many strands in the tapestry that is this great community, and we plan to serve you for many, many years to come, because at Lanyap, we're more than just a website.
There are thousands of Mobile and Baldwin County adults listening to Mobile's newest, boldest, freshest
The
radio
other
station.
place in
Hi,
Judy's
this
place.
is Freddie
What are
Brown.
they at?
The
What are
FM
they
Talk
offering?
106.5 sales department. Why not make all of those listeners your customers? Let our advertising expertise in this station go to work for you. Just give me a call at 251-344-1065,
Well, here's the thing, people aren't showing up for interviews,
extension 19.
even with my
I love
friend
to
there,
talk to you
Daphne,
about
who's
an
there.
advertising
Liver
plan
sushi.
for your
There's a
local
lot
business
more
on
openings
FM
for
Talk
cooks right now than there are
106.5.
cooks. People are making them
Give it a line, call 343-0106. Now back to Mike and Stu.
Hi, I'm Lauren Murphy, singer-songwriter.
Mike's are hot.
Based out-
My website is laurenmurphymusic.com. I play with a local band called Psychedelics, and you can check me out and come hang with us soon. You are listening to Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu.
Ah, the Fairhope Songbird.
We've had her right here.
In her guitar. Right where I'm sitting.
Yeah.
Singing. So, the listening room of Mobile. They have a show coming up in October, I believe, that is a can't miss. My 17-year-old niece, Ruthie Harper, is headlining her first show. Cool. Headlining her first show. She sat in with Professor Hill's Think Experiment or whatever Stevie and Ben Harper call this little acoustic thing they do, and just wowed everybody. And they signed her to her own night.
What does she do or play?
She's a singer. She plays ukulele and violin and guitar. And her father is a music instructor. If you name it, she can play it. And her brother Liam's the same way, but he's decided he'd rather be an oysterman and work on airplanes than be a musician.
Probably more money.
More dependable money, yeah.
Hey, when you said ukulele, Bill Finch got excited. Can she do Tiny Tim's Tiptoe Through the Tulip?
I thought of that too.
And that's his favorite. That's his favorite song. He insists that we play it.
I saw it live on Johnny Carson. I saw him and Miss, what's her name?
Get married.
on
I
Johnny
remember
Carson that night.
Well, we got a caller.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got John from Fish River. John, I am going to attempt, not a promise, I'm going to attempt some tandoori chicken today at the market.
And John, I'm going to be back in the back squeaking my chair.
We don't even
That's
hear it. How
not
do you
a
hear
chair,
this?
John. That's Mike's joints.
That's Charlie's joints. Well, it's ratings month.
That's right. We're going for the big numbers.
We're going for the ratings.
That's right. We get ramped up for August
It's
Sweets
called-
Month in September.
It's called porn food. What do we call it? Food porn.
There you go. What's on your mind, John?
I'm sorry I couldn't make it yesterday.
Go for it. You know, it was a lot of fried stuff, though. That's good for you, isn't it? And you know, the fried seafood is about to get a little twist here. Tyler Flowers, who's the majority owner, is the grandson of Max's Wheelhouse fame. And I got to make their famous tartar sauce. And after I made it, Tyler was like, I forgot to tell you, you're supposed to puree all those vegetables down. So it's a little chunky this time. Y'all forgive me. I'll get it right next time. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's a good place, too. But we're fixing to bring their fish batter, too. Their specially made fish batter. Tyler's digging up all the old recipes from Max's. And so we got the tartar sauce. We're going to have the fish batter. Man, it's just going to be fine. because I have heard stories.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed it, man.
But did you have Bohemian recipe garlic beef jerky? That's really good, isn't it? That is a really good beef jerky. Like this gas station.
By the way, that's a virgin drink you hear clinking.
Yeah, that's sweet tea. Yeah, that's Alabama table wine.
Mm-hmm. Boy, it sounds wonderful.
A little bit of coconut flakes across the top. Big Time Diner does something very similar that they call Paradise Pie. So if you ever find yourself in Theodore and your blood sugar drops, pop in and see them. It is phenomenal. Mike just stared me down like there's a pie I haven't eaten in Mobile County. But yeah,
I thought the buttermilk pie was the last one there was out there.
Oh no,
I never tried.
Yeah,
yet.
but as soon as you mentioned the pineapple with the banana, I had already been thinking about how can I riff that Paradise Pie. But, and then he gave it to me. Throw some pineapples in your banana pudding, throw some coconut flakes.
There you go.
Why don't you go see Patty Clark at Warehouse?
We go to Boggy right there. Boggy's right there on 98, east of the Foul River. East of Foul River. Fish River, I'm sorry. I'm getting all my stuff mixed up today. Yeah. Yeah, great food, great buffet. Chicken's great, fried chicken's great.
What is that noise?
Yeah, now your chair's squeaking, mister.
I think it's your chair, John.
Your chair's squeaking.
Now you ought to see his place, how it's grown and expanded. That place, it's really cool how big it's gotten. Hey, and I saw one of those heaters on Facebook Marketplace. They wanted like $450 for it. You know, like the one you got. Yeah, potbelly stoves. Yeah.
Mike wants to put one on his deck in his apartment.
Well, I won't never get to use it because it never gets cold enough.
That's true.
I don't think so anyway. So.
I saw a post on Facebook the other day, John, where somebody's like, please, no, don't let winter be here already. I'm like, we don't have winter here. It doesn't happen
Not hardly
here
anymore.
Yeah, we have an extended fall and an extended spring and a super extended summer, and we get, what did we have last year? 6 days, 6 nights, not days, nights where it barely touched freezing.
Yeah.
That's not winter, y'all.
No.
That's fall weather.
We're just going through a phase.
Yeah.
The Earth's just going through a phase.
You forgot football. Football.
Yeah, football season.
And recruiting's a season.
That's it. That's right.
All right, John.
All right, man. We gotta talk about some people here, John. Had a great time last Saturday, man. Roll Tide.
And War Eagle.
Hey, Provolone, John. By the way, since you said that, I got a message for the Roll Tide Nation.
What's that?
Be very afraid. Southern Miss is coming to Tuscaloosa next Saturday.
Oh, you see me yawning, don't you?
After that stunning 5-point win over Troy yesterday.
As Jeff Bauer said when he was at Southern Mississippi, listen, when you go to Tuscaloosa, you know you're playing 2 different games, 2 different teams.
Mm-hmm.
One wears red and white, one wears black.
Let's try to get Tyler on real quick.
Yeah,
black and blue. We only got a half a minute.
Okay. Let's get Tyler. Good morning, Tyler.
You're not here to fire me, are you, Tyler?
Uh-oh, Tyler's gone.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
And
We've got
there now he's back. Yeah, here he comes.
Well, we don't really have time.
Well, folks, get out there, support local, be local, buy local. Go support our supporters.
Yeah.
Hall Sausage, Bob's Bob's Downtown Diner.
Good gosh.
And Callahan's.
You would think if they named something after you, you could get the name.
Write it on your hand, Mike.
Yeah.
And go order that Bailey's breakfast.
And come see me at Fairhope Market, y'all.
Provolone.
Sorry. Gotta get them provolone.
Just provolone right there, Mike. Provolone!
I want to get some t-shirts.
All right, y'all. Y'all got to get